It's widely reported that visa debacle in the country is costing the economy millions in prospective foreign direct investments. And this is largely due to the multinational companies having to delay projects of expansion due to the cumbersome business visa application process. Joining me is Business Development Manager Tonny Molise. Good afternoon to you, Tony, and thanks so much for your time. Just give us an indication of how far widespread the brain drain of critical skills is leaving the country due to the litany of challenges before we talk about the migration of critical skills into the country.
Well, thank you for having me, Sindy. We are facing this challenge, which is effectively setting back our economy. Looking at how our economy is, we have noticed as well that our population is growing at 1.6% faster than the economy. Now, the critical skills plays an important part, whereby we have to get these skills from different countries, which is effectively the sum total of experience, knowledge, and networks that majority of the institutions, or rather the CEOs, or rather these career individuals will have. Now, what we've been facing as well, there's one of the companies, Yuko, now they're having a challenge whereby one of the some of their employees or other developers, they are based in Netherlands. They had to move their office as well, their head office as well, to Netherlands, which means that to us here in South Africa, it is loss of income. And then other CEOs as well that are based outside of the country, and they are not able to get visas to come and work locally. So this is effectively putting us in a position whereby we're losing income in terms of tax. And then also we're losing these important individuals, or rather tier one individuals, which can come with their skills and implement them in our economy so we can see some sort of growth. So this is effectively setting us back in terms of the growth that we're supposed to be seeing as an economy.
But it certainly works both ways, Tony, in the sense that South Africa is also losing critical skills to environments that would reward them for their competence and capabilities. As one commentator had said that, you know, especially in the lucrative markets such as the US and Europe, a lot of South African skills or people are now migrating there for greener opportunities. In your view, what is the impact of losing top talent to the economy?
Well, effectively, we're losing these skills that we're supposed to be having here locally. Like, for instance, we understand that the Home Affairs is playing one of their roles, important roles as well in terms of trying to protect the migration element of everything. But then also, when it comes to some of these skills that they are being blocked through the red tapes, this effectively means that we are losing out in terms of what you're supposed to be getting from these individuals. We just recently had an AGOA summit. An AGOA summit will effectively means that we have this relationship that we'll have with the US for the next coming 20 years. We will need professional people who understands how to manage some of the businesses, and then also have some of the networks that are playing a critical role in us to be able for us to see rather growth in our economy. Our economy our population is growing, and we are ending up in a position whereby we are losing some of the important, or rather critical skills that can play an important role in growing our economy. Hence, we're starting to see our economy growing backwards, and also taxes, or there's no enough tax that is being collected. These individuals are they get to be paid quite large amounts of money, but then now we are losing that in tax revenues because these people are living in their country, and some of them, they are not able to get visas to come and work in South Africa.
And you're saying that the government lever that is required in terms of allowing critical skills in the country, being Home Affairs, is under strain. Not only is the process cumbersome and complicated, by the minister's admission, saying that there is a reform that is required in this space. But talk to us about the industries that are largely affected. I know that the automotive industry, engineering space, when it comes to construction as well, is affected.
We're seeing as well in the technology space, most especially in the fintech space. They need to have access to some of the most skilled developers which are able to manage these platforms that they have built. And hence we saw Yoko moving their head office to the Netherlands. And then also some of the companies as well, such as AIEC, is also trying to move their head office as well outside of the country. These are the companies that have been established in South Africa, now having to lose these companies because of the visa requirements. It becomes quite a challenge in terms of what type of growth are we going to experience as time goes by if we are losing some of the most critical skills. We understand the red tapes and we understand the system, that the system has to be effective enough, or rather the migration system has to be effective enough to be able to protect the economy and also to grow, or rather to protect the population in terms of people that has to be coming, or rather migrants that has to be coming into the country. But then now these protectional systems, it is starting to affect the economy. Hence, we're starting to see slow growth in our economy.
All right, Tony, thank you so much for your time. That's where we'll leave it for the moment. That is Business Development Manager Tonny Molise, just sharing his insights on the impact of the visa application process on the economy, with many multinational companies having to either delay their projects or suspend them due to the inability to import the critical skills. Back